Your name, sir?
Jerry McClain.
Jared, great to have you here. What are your first impressions on the big game today?
I just want to know who the hell Karan Higdon is. I've never heard of a Karan Higdon. I just want to know who the hell he is.
Do you think his lack of, let's say presence really had a big effect on this game?
Yeah, they couldn't run the ball. They couldn't throw the ball. Shea Patterson is a little girl, and the Buckeyes ruled again.
Do you think it was more of a lack of Michigan showing up today, or do you think it was a big presence by the Buckeyes?
Well, I'm just going to say the Buckeyes looked horrible against Maryland and a bunch of other teams, so it must be Michigan not showing up because we look great today.
Yeah. What do you think this means for the team?
We're going to go up from here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any final predictions or anything you'd like to say to all the Buckeye fans out there?
I hope Texas beats Oklahoma so we can go to the fucking playoffs. Yeah, let's go Bucks. If Oklahoma don't lose, then we're not going to the playoffs. That's period. We don't deserve to be there, and that's it.
Cool. Any final thoughts for all the fans out there?
No, go Bucks.
What's your name, sir?
Damien Turner.
Damien, great to have you here. First impressions on the game today, go.
This is a game that we're not supposed to win. And to put up, 60 or more points against this defense that's supposed to be the best defense in the nation is remarkable. So happy with it.
What do you think this means for the Buckeye team? Obviously a huge win, 30-point win. What do you think this means for it?
I mean, there's a lot of doubters out there. I know Buckeye Nation wasn't particularly pleased with how we've been playing this year, but I mean, this is, don't count us out. That's all I can say. I mean, we put up 60-something points against the number one, supposed to be the number one ranked defense in the nation. That says a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think it came down to? Do you think it more came down to the offense, a lot of emphasis on the offense, obviously huge running numbers, more than we've seen in the past, or the big defensive plays, or do you think it was a combination of both?
I mean, I think it comes down to player for player, position by position. Ohio State is the dominant team. There's no question about it. If you look at the recruits that came in, this is a dominant team compared to most teams in the country. So, we haven't played like it, but that doesn't mean that we don't have the recruits that, justify, how good they are. And today they showed it. So, but yeah.
Sure. And I know this is thinking a little bit far ahead, but sitting in the stands, I heard a lot about if we play like this, maybe we'll be able to beat a Bama or Clemson. What do you think of that sort of statement about the Buckeyes?
Well, Clemson hasn't played anybody but high schools all year. So, I mean, I think for sure we could definitely take it to Clemson. Bama's very good. Yes, sir. Bama's very good. Don't get me wrong. Listen, if we're healthy and we play the way we should, not many teams that can stop us. That's all I can say.
Any final thoughts for all the Buckeye fans out there?
OH.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Zach. How are you doing?
Zach, I'm great. Thank you so much for coming on here. What are your first impressions on the game today?
Love it. Can't believe it. I was in Ann Arbor last year. This is just unbelievable. We need to be 5 or 4. 5 or 4.
Do you think this was obviously unexpected, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. What do you
unexpected 60 points?
Yes, I completely agree. What do you think it really came down to? More of an emphasis on the offense or defense, a combination of both, just everything clicking? What do you think it really was that pushed the Buckeyes ahead?
Haskins, offensive line, unbelievable today. Unbelievable. Moved the pocket around, found open receivers. That's what it was about.
Now, I've heard a lot of talk. Do you think if we play like this, we can beat a team possibly like Bama or Clemson or someone of that stature if we play like we did today?
We're the number one offense in college football. Bring it.
Yeah. What's your name, sir?
My name's Jay Bryan.
Jay, it's great to have you on here. What are your first impressions on the big game today?
I can't believe it, man. I thought we were going to get blown out. I had no idea we were going to score 62. I had no idea the defense was going to show up like it was today. Just unbelievable all around, man.
Sure. What sort of statement do you think the Buckeyes made today with this huge, not only a win, but just a huge win, obviously?
Honestly, I think it's don't count Urban Meyer out as an underdog. As an underdog, Urban Meyer is just absolutely incredible going back to the 2007 Florida game. So coming into this, man, I was concerned, but at the same time I had that history behind him. He just prepares and grinds it out. Obviously shows with the result today. So
yeah, absolutely. And a lot of talk about Urban Meyer, a lot of talk about his future obviously recently. How do you think his future is going to, or whether his future has changed based on today, whether or not he's going to retire? What do you think about this whole situation?
Honestly, I think about the retirement. I've been watching this guy since he came in. Ever since 2015, he's always been holding his head, been animated on the sideline. I think the media is kind of focused on him a little bit more than they have in the past, just because of what's happened in August and this past year, but I don't think he's going anywhere. If he does, the best to him. You gotta take care of yourself. He's kind of an older guy. Put family first, man. He's given us some great years. Why not retire? Happy for him, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, a very important win today. What is the one thing that the Buckeyes could work on going into the Big Ten championship against Northwestern next week?
Honestly, I still think it's defense. I mean, Michigan put up 38, 39 points against us. That's always going to be a problem. I mean, Michigan's got kind of an okay offense, I guess. I haven't really watched them this season, but anytime someone puts up 39 points against you, it's always going to be a problem. But I mean, the good thing is we got the offense finally going, and the defense made some stops. Thank God it wasn't like Oklahoma, West Virginia. That was a good thing.
And then what is your prediction for the Big Ten championship next game now that we've clinched our spot there?
Oh, man, I have no idea. My prediction is I'm going to need a lot of heart medication and that I'm not going to be able to watch very much.
I completely agree with you. Any final thoughts for all the Buckeye fans out there?
Oh, man, go Buckeyes. Be good to everyone's opponents, Best part of the game, it's my first game here. Best part of being here was meeting Michigan fans and being friendly towards them. Sure. Be friendly, make friends, and be good to one another. That's it, man.
All right, what's your name, sir?
My name's Mark.
Mark, great to have you on here. First impression on the game today, go.
That freshman wide receiver who got that first touchdown, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see him play next year.
Yeah, he had, I don't know if you know this, but he had 2 touchdowns this game, which were his first 2 career touchdowns, and he blocked the punt, which is insane. So are you excited about the new, not just him, but all the other upcoming talent on this team?
He's the one I'm knowing best now, but yeah, I'm excited for the talent coming in. I'm really sad that Terry McLaurin is going to be gone and the other senior receivers that we've had who have done so well. But yeah, I'm excited for this team next. I'm excited for the team for the rest of this year, to be honest.
Yeah. And then is this what you expected at all? Do you expect not only a win, but a blowout win by the Bucks?
I expected us to get 69 points, to be honest. But we came so close to my expectations, and yeah, I'm so glad that we blew them out.
I'm sorry we didn't officially hit that mark, but I mean, a win's a win. What is the one thing you think the Buckeyes need to work on specifically, although we did have a great win?
I think we got to work on getting Jim Harbaugh fired. Absolutely fired. And everything else we do perfectly.
Sure. Do you have any final predictions for the Buckeyes going forward, whether it be the Big Ten championship, possibly the playoffs? What do you think about this team?
I'm predicting that we get 69 against Northwestern and that we're going to go back to the playoffs. We're taking it all the way again this year.
Do you have any final thoughts for all the fans out there?
Go Bucks!
Go Bucks. What's your name, miss?
Sidney Brown.
Sidney, it's great to have you here. What are your first impressions on the very important win today?
My first impressions. What do you mean?
What did you think going into this game? Did you think it was going to be like this?
I had different impressions. I had a feeling that we were going to win because we always win against Michigan. Sure. But just from last week, the way they were playing, I was kind of iffy on it. I didn't really know how today was going to play out. But I don't know. I knew we were going to win. I mean,
Did you think it was going to be this big of a win, though?
No. No, not really.
Yeah, obviously, who do you think was the really breakout star, the most key player in the game today?
Ooh. That's a good question. Honestly, I think J.K. Dobbins did a really good job.
Yeah, I agree. He did
a really good job.
Yeah, he ran the ball very well. What do you think the one thing the Buckeyes really need to work on is?
Ooh, catching the ball and getting I don't want to say a better quarterback, but the quarterback needs some work. I mean, his passes, he needs some work on his passes.
Sure. Yeah, and how do you feel about all the penalties? Obviously, we gave over 130-plus yards in penalty yards. Do you think it fell on more on the refs today, or do you think it was kind of just the lack of discipline on the Ohio State side?
Honestly, probably both. Honestly, I mean, we need to stop touching our players and play football, but the refs definitely played us on that one. Yeah, for sure. It was way too many penalties for that. Yeah. Do
you have any final predictions or thoughts for all the Buckeye fans out there?
Go Bucks!
What are you guys' names?
John.
Andy.
John and Andy, great to have you guys on here. First impressions on the game today, go.
Number 10 against number 4, no chance. What?
Buckeyes just absolutely crushed them. The normal, right? But, I mean, unbelievable game.
Sure. And did you guys expect a win, let alone honestly, a blowout win at this point?
No.
Expect a win, though?
Yes.
Of course. I mean, we have to have faith in the team throughout thick and thin. Unbelievable game from the Buckeyes.
How important of a win do you think this was for the Buckeyes, for their season, for Urban Meyer, for everything?
I'm not sure it takes us to the Big Ten championship. Well, I know it takes us there, but BCS, I don't know, but no one gives us a rock. Our defense is suspect, but our offense kicks some serious.
You know what? Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys can figure that one out for yourself. All right, what's your name, sir?
I'm Nick.
Nick, it's great to have you here. Obviously, a very important one today. What sort of statement do you think this made for the Ohio State Buckeyes?
Hopefully made a statement to get us in the playoff, baby. That's all I care about. Let's get in. We're going to go roll Northwestern. We're going to put it on them. Then we're going to the Cotton Bowl, maybe? Let's go, baby.
I heard a lot of talk about, if this team shows up against Bama or Clemson or possibly Notre Dame, that we'll be able to eventually be the champions. Do you agree with that statement?
I absolutely agree. Did you see Oklahoma, West Virginia yesterday? It's not about defense, it's about offense. We got the best quarterback. We got the best running backs. We got the best wide receivers. Let's go, OH! Let's go, baby!
Who do you think was really the breakout star of the offense today?
Boy, I think all of them played well. I thought the line was killing it. We got the ball downfield. We did a great job. I think it was everybody. Yeah.
Do you think there's some sort of offensive point of emphasis going into next week and possibly the postseason?
Hopefully they run the ball a little bit more between the tackles. I'd like to see that. The screen game's great. They're getting outside. They got the speed. They got the athletes. Let's get it done, man.
Sure, absolutely. And then on the defensive end, what do you think the one big thing we need to work on is?
I tell you what, they stopped the run pretty well today. Didn't give anything up deep. Go Bucks! I'm excited for them moving forward. They finally seem like they hit a pinnacle, and they're gonna just keep going, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Any final thoughts for all the Buckeye fans out there?
Go Bucks, baby! Let's keep it rolling.
What's your name, sir?
Hey, my name is Hank Bear.
Hank, great to have you on here. First impressions
Go
on the game
Bucks.
today. First impressions on the game today. Go.
I thought it was going to be a lot harder to move the ball than that. It seems like Dwayne got everything he wanted, and the only thing that's stopping us was ourselves.
Do you think you'd put a lot of the? Do you think what it really came down to, all the scoring was on Dwayne, or do you think it was just all the offensive parts moving together? Or do you think it really fell on Dwayne?
The quarterback's going to get all the credit for a team, an offense like that, but it was clear, like everyone, it started up at the line of scrimmage. They handled Michigan's front so much better than I thought coming into this game.
Yeah. Obviously, putting up 60-plus points, can't really complain about that. What do you think one thing that the Buckeyes should really work on going into Northwestern offensively is?
Work on offensively. I think we got to get better running the ball on design run plays. You could see Dwayne pulling it, and that kept a defender out of the box. But the numbers game isn't always going to be in our favor with Dwayne as a runner. So we just got to work on powering the ball and getting those short yardage.
Yeah, how did you feel about Tay Martell getting into those few plays? Were you a little iffy on it? Did you like that Urban was finally trying to change things up a little bit?
I understand where he's going with that, and I like the option. It feels like whenever Tate gets in there, it gets predictable because he's going to run the ball or he's going to hand it off inside. Hopefully, maybe he's just trying to get that on film so he can pull something out against Northwestern.
And then do you have any predictions going down this season, whether it be a Big Ten championship or possibly a playoff seed? What do you think?
I see a Big Ten championship, and I really think this team controls their own destiny. With the championship, I think they'll make the playoffs.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts for all the Buckeye fans out there?
Go Bucks!
Obviously, I'm sure you guys know by now, Travis. It's great to have you on here. Travis, you seem kind of out of breath, like you have a lot to say. Go ahead and just tell us what's on your mind right now.
The revenge tour ended in Columbus. Hey, Chase Winovich, it's time to snip that hair. And I'll say this because we won. My version of Hail to the Losers. Hail to the losing valiant, hail to those defeated heroes, hail, hail to lose again the losers and the best still losing, hail to his ugly khakis, hail to those god-awful helmets, hail, hail to lose again the losers of the West.
That was awesome. I think that was great. Obviously, a few weeks ago, you were a little suspect about the game today. What did Ohio State really do that really changed your thoughts and how they actually performed?
They played inspired. There were a couple times where linebackers overran, but that safety made the tackle. And the beginning of the year, the safety would have let that guy go. Long play, touchdown. They just grew in front of our eyes. Now, granted, you're playing here. The crowd definitely affected. We caused them a false start penalty that turned a 4th and 2 into, we got a punt. Playing here does have an effect. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is it wasn't a true sellout. Only 106,000. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? But, we played inspired, and it's all on the line, Coach Meyer says, when I need you the most, play your very best. They did. Absolutely did. I'm so proud of them. That's it. The emotion of the game. And they had it, and they contained it. I'm so happy right now just to call myself Ohio State.
I completely agree with you. What sort of mindset coming after this game do you think that the Buckeyes really need to take into going against an opponent like Northwestern, who obviously may not be as prestigious as this obviously very tough Michigan team? What sort of mindset do you think they need to take into that game?
Don't overlook it. You win this game, and you're the Big Ten champion. Oklahoma loses, and everybody stands pat. You might get in at number 4 again. You might. Don't overlook Northwestern. I mean, Northwestern's usually Michigan's bugaboo. Just kind of like how Purdue is our bugaboo, but, just play your game. And I know Northwestern runs the spread, and we've struggled for some odd reason this particular season against spread offenses. So we got another test. So don't overlook them. I know the West is goofy in the Big Ten. It's not a great division. I'll be the first to tell you that, but don't overlook them. I mean, Pat Fitzgerald, I remember when he played in the 90s, man. The guy's an animal, and the guy coaches. He gets athletes to play.
Definitely. And I heard a lot of talk sitting in the stands towards the end of the game saying, like, if this team goes against a Bama or a Clemson, that will be successful. What do you think about that?
This kind of feels like that Team of Destiny thing, but we'll figure out after one more game. Sure. And you take it one game at a time. And I know we won our national championship in the 4 spot 4 years ago, and nobody gave us a chance. But also our defense, and that team was a lot better than this team. But this was the first complete game that the offense, defense, and the special teams played. If they can get that effort, then yes, they absolutely have a shot. But I'm not guaranteeing anything, man. We got to win the Big Ten championship first. That's my mindset right now.
Going forward, what do you think the most important thing for this Buckeye team is, whether it be offense, defense, coaching, play calling? What do you think it is?
Offense, keep your foot on the gas. They did that. They didn't let up at all. Defense, they grew. I mean, they're hitting their gaps. I mean, I'll be honest with you. 2 weeks ago, I wanted Greg Schiano fired. I was so frustrated. I used to coach defense. The run fits were bad, and they were overrunning gaps. I don't know if it's just because it's this game and this opponent at this venue, or if they really figured something out. But if they play like that, they're going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, I completely agree. Final thoughts for the Buckeye fans out there.
You guys, well, myself included, we've been so impatient and so frustrated all season with the growth of these kids. And remember, at the end of the day, they are kids. They're 19, they're 20. Remember what you were like at 19 and 20? I know I remember. And they'll grow, and they did grow before our eyes, and we push growth and development here, and that's all we need to do, and support them. No matter what happens, support these kids.